Well, hello, it's Doc Mac, and I'm back. Today I'm on a bit more serious note, and that's because I get this question, Doc, why is Jane over there, losing 5 pounds a week and I'm losing one or two? What's the difference? Well, sometimes it's just because you don't need to lose as much weight. But there is something I see. I see a lot of it, and that is necessity. I have found that the people that transform their hormones and their weight and their health and their life has to do because it's completely necessary. It's like they've got to. All right? So necessity is how people bring their A game. You know, if they really are going to be disciplined enough to be able to do the things they need to do. Okay, in your case, okay, it's to eat a low glycemic meal every meal except those in which we have scheduled the feast, treat, cheat day. Okay, but when those aren't scheduled, you need to stay with a low glycemic meal, 2 thumbs of fat, palm-sized piece of protein, a big handful of the low glycemic high fiber vegetables. You stay with those. It's real easy if you knew that would cure your cancer or your diabetes or your heart disease or your strokes or your Alzheimer's. It will prevent those diseases. So, but if you don't have the necessity, you're not going to bring your A game. It's that simple. So you need that purpose. You need that necessity. Now, this is the key ingredient. The necessity that I find with my superstar clients isn't about them. It's not about me, okay, looking in the mirror and I am so proud of myself for achieving, the weight, the shape, the health. It's about the health. It's about doing it for someone else. Those are the people that really kick butt. Those are the people that do so incredibly well when they're doing it for their spouse, for their children, for their parents, for their neighbors, for their church. When the direction of necessity is not about you, when it's about other people, it's being there for my grandchildren. It's being there for my children. It's being there for my spouse. When I have a necessity that I've got to have my hormones corrected so I can keep up with my younger wife. I need to have my weight off because, I don't want to get metabolic syndrome and be a burden to her as I age. All right? I want to have awesome health. I don't want to have the cancer, the diabetes, the heart disease, the strokes, the Alzheimer's, the chronic inflammatory diseases. Okay. For her, for them, that's the key. So when you wake up in the morning, spend 60 seconds to find what your intent of that day is. What's your intention that day when it comes to the food that you're going to eat? What is your intention? Okay, there's going to be threefold. The first intention is you want to make sure that you're not increasing or imbalancing your hormones, increasing estrogen dominance when you're a female, increasing estrogen dominance when you're a male. You do not want to eat foods that's going to do that. The second intention is you've got to drop insulin. You've got to keep insulin low because that's how you become a fat-burning being, is when insulin's down, glucagon's up. You'll burn your fat off. You got to have that intention. And the last intention is to discover, what foods that I have sensitivities to that creates me to have an inflammatory response? Because chronic inflammation is what is going to get us. So we got to avoid those foods. As you know, with me, It's MSG, it's glutamate, and now it's sulfur. I gotta stay away from red wines and garlic. So anyway, it's all about necessity. It's about necessity. It's about purpose for others. Just not for yourself, it's for others. Those are the ones that succeed the best. Those that have the necessity, the purpose, that keeps them driving, that keeps them making sure that every single time they have a meal, they bring their A game. They're on point for that meal. Of course, you all know I allow feasting and treating and cheating because that's very important. But those are scheduled. They're never random. So if there's nothing random happening today, if you haven't had any of those things scheduled today, okay, then your intent is to be on your A game, and not for you, but for her, for them. You got it? Bring your A game. Stay on point. Low glycemic meals. Get there. Remember, once we get there, we'll set the weight, and then we'll bring the foods back. It's not a deprivation diet. It's just it's a fat loss diet. Then it's a weight setting diet, and then it's a longevity diet. A game, on point, necessity. Be on purpose for someone else. That's the key. God bless you. Bye-bye.